here in New York at Chamber Street Wines with Jamie, and we're talking right now about 4 bottles under 20 bucks. Great buys. What do we have here?
Well, we have an Italian red, a French red, French white, and French rosé, and really I picked them very quickly and almost at random because rather than trying to describe to you now each wine, the point I want to make is if you come here, and I think any other good wine store, people at the store are going to respond to the direction you lead them in terms of the kinds of wine you like, what you're having for dinner, as much as you can say about your taste, and including things that you haven't really enjoyed in the past. We're in a very privileged position in New York where there are apparently over 50,000 different wines offered at wholesale. So we have an enormous choice to boil down to for our relatively small store. And we're really lucky because we can fundamentally buy for the store what we like and then make that work with our customers.
What do you think about the $20 price point? Is that a good amount to spend on a bottle of wine? Can you get a lot for that?
You can get a lot. For the kinds of wines we sell, which are small production, so artisan wines, almost everything here is organic. It's getting a little less easy under 15 bucks.
Okay.
But $15 to $20, there's still lots and lots of choice. And actually, all of these wines are under 15. So, these are wines that we drink.
4 wines under 4 wines under $15.
Yeah, but I mean, again, without moving 10 feet, I could put 4 different bottles on the shelf, 14 times. So,
another bottle? No, just kidding.
Why not?
Why not?
Well,
I didn't see what this was.
This is not organic, but it's also $9.99. No, $8.99. Sorry. And
what happens to some of my friends or people that I know that are trying to spend as little as possible on a bottle of wine, $6, $7, $8, $10 a bottle? What's the difference when you move into that territory versus spending a little bit more? What's the difference?
I'm not aware of any wines under $8 that are not made in very large quantities, and that means that there's a lot more processing involved in the production.
What does that mean? Like, what am I going to taste, or why don't I want this?
You may taste something that's absolutely delicious and pleasing. If you have a lot of practice tasting, you're more than likely to feel that you're tasting something that's not very interesting. So it's kind of standardized, and honestly, some skilled tasters could pretty accurately tell you things about how the wine's made, the levels of manipulation required to produce the wine. And by the way, that's not necessarily restricted to very inexpensive wine, but I probably shouldn't dish brands, but Yellowtail, it's industrial wine, and it's made in oceanic quantities, and the only way you can do that and keep it inexpensive is if you really process the wine. So for lack of a better analogy, you might compare that to Wonder Bread and something that's made on a well-made artisan wine to a good kind of artisan or homemade bread.
I can't remember the last time I had Yellowtail Shiraz. That could have been college days. Could have been one of the gateways.
And it's great for that.
Yeah, it's a gateway
definitely
wine.
Engages people. But for $11.99, you spend a couple more dollars, but you get really well-made and also delicious wine.
Great. So that was 4 wines that turned into 5 wines. These are all under 15. Because this was 10? What was this?
That's $9.
And everything else?
Everything else is, 12, 13.
Great.
Okay.